Hi, I'm Mark, and I'm glad you're here at _freedom for life _ where we give you the tools, the truth, and the knowledge to take you from where you're at to where you're called and created to be. And I am so glad that you're here today, because today only we're going to have a conversation to tell you how to transform your life forever. So let's get started, shall we? And as we're getting started today, could you do me a favor? Could you subscribe and become part of the Freedom family? And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be a part of every conversation that we have. Here's the interesting thing. We all, you, me, and everybody you know, are investing in something. There is a limited resource that we have that's causing us to either transform our lives or not. And every one of us is doing it. The question, of course, is what's not what I'm investing in, but what's the resource that I'm using, because it's an invaluable resource that you will never get again. And that one resource that I'm talking about is time. See, here's the interesting thing. Like with this clock up here, time is a limited resource that we all have, and we are all choosing how we're going to invest it. The difference is in what you're investing it in, and that difference is the difference between the life that you have been created for, that you love, and not. So what do you do with this thing, this limited resource called time, and how do you use it to your advantage? Well, I'm going to tell you 3 things about it that you need to know to help you make the decision on how to invest your time as a resource to drive you towards the life that you're created for. The first thing I need to let you know is that it's limited. We all have a certain amount of time in life, and certainly a certain amount of time in a day. We are all given 24 hours in a day that we get to invest in, but the truth of the matter is that time is limited. So while you and I are investing that time in Netflix, in social media, in some vlogster that we love, or some celebrity that we want to follow, that's time that won't be invested in that business that we want to start, that education we want to have, or those friends we want to catch up with. You have a limited resource of time, and what you give to one, you can't give to another. So the very first thing I need to let you know about this limited resource that can lead you to the life you're created for is this: it's limited. Where I spend it is where it is spent, and I won't get it back again. The second thing I want you to know about this unlimited but powerful resource you have is that it's compounded. Here's the interesting thing. Have you ever known somebody where maybe you were in the same class that they were, or you were in the same team, or you were trying to do the same thing, learn the same instrument, but they put tons of time into it and they started to accelerate in their abilities and their skill level and their expertise? Here's the interesting thing. As you invest your time into the thing that you're passionate about, all of a sudden you'll start to see that the expertise and ability and the outcome actually expands with it. Time isn't linear in that we all will reach the same levels. People that put more time in all of a sudden have leaps and bounds of success beyond what people who don't. You know people like this, or maybe you were a person like this where you so far outpaced everybody else because of the time that you put in that it looked like you were compounding your time. I love this phrase, and it's this. It says, a person will overestimate what they can do in a year, but they'll underestimate what they can do in 5 years. Consistently investing time in the things you're passionate over time will give you such an astronomical result that you won't even imagine. But it's a compounded interest, so what I invest in it will absolutely increase over time. The very third thing that I want to tell you, this third understanding of this investment in this resource called time, is this: it's non-refundable. It's non-refundable. Here's the truth of the matter. Nobody ever accidentally found their way into success. Nobody was a world changer on a part-time basis. Nobody was a successful individual in business because they did it when they felt like it. It's a non-refundable resource. And so the question is, what are you going to invest in? If you can't get it back and over time you want it to compound and you know that it's limited in your life, where are you going to invest your time? Obviously, I'm not talking to everybody, but it's maybe those people who are passionate about something, those people that desire to see something in their life, those people that really want life mastery to be a lifestyle and not an event, those people that want to see those great dreams that they've talked about and dreamed about and talked to other people about. They want those dreams to come true. If that's you, and if you're that person, you need to understand this. It's not a part-time effort, but it's an investment from a resource called time. And here's the interesting thing. The same resource pays the same dividend to everybody, meaning this: if you put time in, you'll get success out. I guarantee it, because success isn't something that's fickle and will choose a few people. It's looking for who wants to invest in it so that they can have it. You have a limited resource called time. You have a huge dream and potential in your life, and you have an opportunity now to make a choice. What are you going to do? You'll invest your time no matter what. We all have 24 hours, and we spend every hour of it. If you spend some quality time on the dreams, the goals, the desires of your life, you'll see them come to pass, and you'll live the life you're created for. I guarantee it. There are stories upon thousands of stories of people who have literally done the same thing and gotten the same results, and they're no different than you. You have it on the inside. You know that it's a desire and a passion and a fire that's inside of you. I'm just going to encourage you, use that resource of yours in a way that benefits you and everybody else who needs the success that you have, so that they can see that they can do it too. Hey, I'm Mark. I'm glad you're here at _Freedom for Life _, where we give you the tools, the truth, and the knowledge to take you from where you're at, over time invested, to where you're called and created to be. Do me a favor and hit that like button if what we're doing here and saying here is resonating with you. And if you want to have a conversation, man, put it in the comments below. We want to have the conversations that you want to have. And by the way, this is just a small tidbit of the tools that we have, the step-by-step system we have called Life Mastery, that will give you the life that you're created for. It's a system for you to have the life you're created for over time. If you're interested in that, DM me in either Facebook or Instagram, and we'll have that conversation and see if it makes sense for us to work together. Share this with somebody you know who may need it. Come back for the conversation next week and do this favor for me. Dominate your day.